I need you to start clean up your... Oh.
The brownie batter blizzard at Dairy Queen. Gooey brownie batter, moist brownie cheese.
Hey, guys, you want to go to DQ? I'll buy you both a blizzard.
Okay.
Start the car.
This is the best idea you ever had.
Yeah, I recorded a cheeseburger one for Dad.
It'll get you every time. The DQ Brownie Batter Blizzard. Now try our new Sweet Deals value menu.
Welcome to Wake Med Children's. Come on. Specialized care for teeny tiny babies to teens and really sick and hurt kids. By doctors, surgeons, nurses, and support teams. All pediatric trained. And super nice. And a gazillion pediatric specialties. Even an emergency department just for kids. You know what? I'm feeling better already. Wake Med Children's, your children's hospital, and a whole lot more.
Wherever life takes you, best.
This is event 101, boys 13-18, 200-meter freestyle, heat 1, Mr. Referee. Our swimmers in the water right now in lane 2 out of border, Seamus Derry Bell. Lane 3 out of border, Shooter Delgado. Lane 4 from North Carolina, Drennan Shaw. Lane 5 from Georgia, Ace Watson. And in lane 6 from North Carolina, Mason Zhang. This is event 11, girls 13-14, 200-meter freestyle, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from Florida Gold Coast, Alara Hurwitz. Lane 2 from Florida, Sophie Oldman. Lane 3, Florida Gold Coast, Deja German. Lane 4 from Georgia, Decker Stedman. Lane 5 from Florida, McKenna Bowen. Lane 6 from Georgia, Caitlin Borland. Lane 7 from Southeastern, Anara Summers. And in lane 8 from North Carolina, Ella Cowles. Halfway through our consolation final here, Decker Stedman leading the way at 102.49. German and Bowen on either side of her, sitting in second and third right now. And touching first, Decker Stedman, 2:09.71. Second place out in lane 8 was Ella Cowles, and third to lane 5, McKenna Bowen in our consolation final top 3. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists for the girls 13-14 200-meter freestyle. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane 1 from Florida, Hannah Parkin. Lane 2 representing Kentucky, Lauren Wiedeking. Lane 3 from the Florida Gold Coast, Jen Amores. In lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Nicole Nixon. Lane 5 from Florida, Alex Clark. In lane 6, also from Florida, Isabella Descent. In lane 7, from North Carolina, Annabelle Townsend. And in lane 8, from North Carolina, Ava Simpson. Championship finalists, girls 13-14, 200-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Zone meet record in this event, 2:04.76, set by Abigail Burke out of Florida in 2014. Junior national cut in this event, 2:04.29. You get a national cut, you get a record here tonight. Halfway through this race, and it's a tight battle between lanes 3 and 5. Amores and Clark, 102.8, 102.9. Nixon in lane 4 right there behind them. Had a strong second 100 this morning as she's inching up into that battle for first as well, right there in the middle of the pool. Less than a half a second separating our top 3 swimmers. Lane 6 and 7 still involved in that race as well. It's going to be a tight one coming down underneath the flags as we move in. But that strong last 50 coming out of lane number 4. That's Nicole Nixon. She'll touch first at 2:08.49. Second will go to Alex Clark at 2:09.89. And third out in lane number 8, Ava Simpson at 2:10.34. This is event number 12, boys 13-14, 200-meter freestyle, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from North Carolina, Eli Sweet. Lane 2, Southeastern's Hutch Paxton. Lane 3, Florida's Ian Folk. Lane 4, North Carolina's Oliver Marujo. Lane 5 from North Carolina, Seth Morgan. Florida's Alex Zendigi in lane number 6. From North Carolina, lane 7, Jacob Clark. And in lane 8 from Georgia, Jacob Wainborg. Halfway through, Ian Folk in lane 3 out in the lead, 58.37. Marujo and Morgan holding down 2 and 3. Your top 5 swimmers opening up that first 100 under 1 minute. And touching the ball first in the consolation final, it is Ian Folk at 2:00.64. Second to Seth Morgan at 2:00.68. Oliver Marujo will take third at 2:01.99. Now help me welcome our championship finalists to the boys 13-14 200-meter freestyle. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming at a lane number 1 from Georgia, Collier Stanton. In lane 2 from North Carolina, Drew Sitto. In lane 3, representing Southeastern, Hayden Vickner. Lane 4, representing North Carolina, your top qualifier, Thomas Greathouse. In lane 5 from North Carolina, Owen Lynn. In lane 6 from the Florida Gold Coast, Nicholas Kokidko. In lane 7 from Georgia, Jax Liu. And in lane 8 from the Florida Gold Coast, Julian Lozano. Championship finalists, boys 13-14, 200-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Meet record of this event, 154.48, set in 2021 by Oliver Rowe out of South Texas. Junior national cut in this event, 154.29. Flipping first in lane 5, Owen Lynn, 56.09. Greathouse right behind him, 56.71. Third place, Kodiko out in lane number 6 at 57.1. Top 4 swimmers all under 58 here tonight. Lynn still maintaining his lead here going into the final 50. Greathouse still in second, Kodiko in third. Hayden Vickner in lane 3, sitting in fourth. And touching the wall first, it will be Owen Lynn, 157.53. Second to Thomas Greathouse at 157.94. And Hayden Vickner tracks him down and finishes third at 158.06. This is event 13, girls 11-12, 200-meter freestyle, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from Kentucky, Charlotte Dawkins. Lane 2 from Georgia, Ariana Lutz. Lane 3 from Mississippi, Willa Martin. Lane 4 from Florida Gold Coast, Gia Amores. Lane 5 from North Carolina, Yixi Liu. Lane 6, Florida Gold Coast is Lexi Lucchesi. Lane 7 from North Carolina, Elise Burrell. And lane 8 from Florida, Scarlett Bradley. Morris in lane 4 was your leader at the halfway mark. Lutz and Dawkins in second and third out of lanes 2 and 1. And finishing strong in the second, under-touching first, Ariana Lutz in lane 2 at 2:15.95. Second to Amores at 2:16.56. And third will go to lane 5, Yixi Liu out of North Carolina. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists for the girls 11-12 200-meter freestyle. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from Florida, Claire Bathala. In lane 2 from North Carolina, Finola Wheelahan. Lane 3 representing Georgia, Kylie Mann. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Florida, Elia Wolf. Lane 5 from North Carolina, Aaron Weaver. Lane 6 from North Carolina, Kieran Ng. Lane 7 from North Carolina, Arizona Smith. And in lane 8, also from North Carolina, Caitlin Wooten. Championship finalists, girls 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Meet record in this event, 2:06.31, set by Chelsea Franklin from Florida back in 2003. Junior national cut, 2:04.29. Halfway through a tight race for first place between lane 2, 3, and 4. That's Wheelahan, Mann, and Wolf. Wolf was the leader. Mann right behind her. Wheelahan with them as well. It's a bunch of 5 coming down the way. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all touching with just over half a second of each other. It's going to be a good race coming down here to the end. Might be a slight edge to lane 2. We'll see what the wall says. And lane 4 does just touch it out, 2:13.37. Wheelahan will take second, and Kylie Mann out of lane 3, finishing third at 2:13.67. This is event 14, boys 11-12, 200-meter freestyle, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from Georgia, Wilson Godby. Lane 2 from Southeastern, Brendan Hamill. Lane 3 from Georgia, Sonny Shannon. Lane 4 from North Carolina, Bodie Cummins. Lane 5 from Kentucky, Noah Walters. Lane 6 from South Carolina, Sean Dalrymple. Lane 7 from Kentucky, Cooper Price. And in lane 8 from Georgia, Luke Gerds. The halfway point, Bodie Cummins out in the lead at 102.34. Shannon right behind him in lane 3, and in third, Noah Walters in lane number 5. And touching the ball first in our consolation final, Sonny Shannon at 2:12.34. Noah Walters will sneak into second at 2:12.76. And third place will go to Brendan Hamill in lane 2 at 2:12.90. Now help me welcome our championship finalists to the boys 11-12 200-meter freestyle. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from Florida, Bryce Griffith. In lane 2, representing Southeastern, Kawan de Santana Guidry. In lane 3, from Florida, Jaden Sy. In lane 4, your top qualifier from Florida Gold Coast, Trace Colton. In lane 5, representing Florida, Eugene Novak. In lane 6, from Florida, Reef McMeeking. In lane 7, also from Florida, Sawyer Hansen. And in lane 8, representing Kentucky, George Price. Championship finalists, boys 11-12, 200-meter freestyle. Mr. Referee. Meet record in this event, 200. 00 set by Owen Eck from Florida in 2021. Commanding lead in lane 4 for Trace Colton at 59.29 at the halfway mark. Jaden Sy at 101.96 sits in second. Reef McMeeking in lane number 6 at 102.23 is in third. And touching the ball first is Trace Colton at 204.96. Jaden Sy finishes second, 207.05. And Eugene Novak at 207.74 will take home third place. This is event 102, the mixed 13-18 100-meter breaststroke, heat 1, Mr. Referee. Our swimmers in the water in lane 3 from Florida, Momo Sutton, and in lane 5 from Border, Seamus Derry Bell. This is event 15, girls 13-14, 100-meter breaststroke, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from North Carolina, Avery Martin. Lane 2 from Florida, Grace Higdon. Lane 3 from Georgia, Reagan Burton. Lane 4 from Florida Gold Coast, Isabel Vieira. Lane 5, Kentucky's Kinsley Ramey. Lane 6, Hannah Carpenter from Southeastern. Lane 7, Avery Christelle from Florida. And in lane 8 from South Carolina, Jackie Bonavia. And coming in to touch the wall first will be Reagan Burton in lane 3 at 1:16.70. Isabel Vieira at 1:17.03 will take second. And third to Kinsley Ramey at 1:18.40. Now let's meet our championship finalists for the girls 13-14, a 100-meter breaststroke. And now let's meet our finalists swimming in lane number 1 from Southeastern, Tegan Mewitt. In lane 2 from North Carolina, Aniston Shaw. Swimming in lane 3 representing Southeastern, Bryce Winsenreed. In lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Sloan Barr. In lane 5 from South Carolina, Lila Hadley. In lane 6, representing North Carolina, Karina Plaza. Lane 7 from Louisiana, Avery Aubrey. And in lane 8, representing Kentucky, Parker Russell. Championship finalists, girls 13-14, 100-meter breaststroke. Mr. Referee. Winsenreed in lane 3 out to the early lead, 34.78. Plaza in lane number 6, sitting in second right now. Aubrey in lane 7 in third. Into the wall and touching first, it will be Karina Plaza out in lane 6, 1:15.15. Second to Anderson Shaw at 1:15.19, and Winsenry will finish third at 1:15.20. This is event 16, boys 13-14, 100-meter breaststroke, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from Georgia, Johnson Zhao. Lane 2 from Georgia, Asher Maurice. Lane 3 from Florida, Charlie Russell. Lane 4 from Kentucky, Connor Madeling. Lane 5 from Louisiana, Camden Napper. Lane 6 from Florida, Kai McMeeking. Lane 7 from North Carolina, Eli Sweet. And lane 8 from Kentucky, Quinn Motor. And coming in to touch the wall first is Charlie Russell at 1:10.93. Manning will finish second at 1:11.16. And Johnson Zhao in lane number 1 at 1:11.41 will take home third place. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists to the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from South Carolina, Josh Wilder. In lane 2, representing Florida, Bennett Aldrich. Lane 3 from Florida, Sawyer Hackett. In lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Davis Jackson. Lane 5 from North Carolina, Oliver Marujo. In lane 6 from North Carolina, Seth Morgan. Lane 7 representing Georgia, Jax Liu. And in lane 8 from North Carolina, Raston Sharon. Championship finalists, boys 13-14, 100-meter breaststroke. Mr. Referee. Meet record in this event, 105.31, set by Gunnar Benz in 2010 out of Georgia. 105.89, the junior national cut. Sawyer Hackett in lane 3, your leader at the halfway mark. Bennett Aldrich in second, Jackson in third. And touching the wall first, it will be Sawyer Hackett at 107.64. Aldrich takes second at 107.77. And third place will go to Davis Jackson out of lane number 4 at 109.02. This is event 103, girls 13 to 18, 50-meter breaststroke, heat 1, Mr. Referee. Swimmer in the water for this heat in lane 1 from Georgia is Madeline Mansfield. This is event 17, girls 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke, consolation final in lane 1 from Borda, Kiara Felch. Lane 2 from Mississippi, Everly Smith. Lane 3 from South Carolina, Ellie Wells. Lane 4 from Georgia, Kate Bolte. Lane 5 from Florida, McKenna Bernacki. Lane 6 from Louisiana, Faith Kubrick. Lane 7 from Southeastern, May Lee. And in lane 8 from Georgia, Madison Deeb. Consolation final, Mr. Referee. And touching the wall first in lane number 2, Everly Smith at 37.38. Second to Ellie Wells at 37.96. And third place is lane 5, McKenna Bernacki at 37.98. Now let's welcome our championship finalists for the girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. And now let's meet our swimmers in the championship final. In lane number 1 from Georgia, Willa Faulkner. In lane 2, representing Kentucky, Evie Seifert. Lane 3 from Southeastern, Ava Lawrence. Lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Skylar Zuliger. Lane 5 from North Carolina, Yixi Liu. Lane 6 from Florida, Jillian Crenshaw. In lane 7 from South Carolina, Lauren Kraviak. And in lane 8 from Florida, Michaela Hill. Championship finalists, girls 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. Mr. Referee. And touching the wall first, it will be Skylar Zuliger at 35.16. Lawrence will take second, and Crenshaw in third, out in lane number 6. This is event 18, boys 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke consolation final. In lane 1 from Georgia, Cameron Jones. Lane 2 from North Carolina, Connor Wynn. Lane 3 from South Carolina, Russell Powers. Lane 4 from Southeastern, Kawan De Santana. Lane 5 from South Carolina, Mason Spurgeon. Lane 6 from Southeastern, Chase Woodard. Lane 7 from South Carolina, Teo Rowan. And lane 8 from South Carolina, Jacob Hewitt. Consolation final, Mr. Referee. Touching the wall first, Mason Spurgeon in lane 5, second to Connor Wynn in lane 2 at 36.07, and Russell Powers will take third out of lane number 3. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists to the boys 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. And now let's meet our championship finalists. In lane number 1 from Florida, Bryce Griffith. In lane 2 from Georgia, Wilson Godby. Lane 3 from North Carolina, Bodie Cummins. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Georgia, Duncan Carr. Lane 5, representing Florida, Reef McMeeking. Lane 6 to the Florida Gold Coast, Nick Ayanta. Lane 7 from North Carolina, Adam Aris. And in lane 8 from Florida, Jaden Sy. Championship finalists, boys 11-12, 50-meter breaststroke. Mr. Referee. Meet record of this event, 32:25, set by Wilson York just last year from Kentucky. Coming in, touching the wall first, it is Duncan Carr at 33:23. Second to Reef McMeeking in lane 5, and third to Bodie Cummings at 34:14. This event 104, the mixed 13-18 100-meter backstroke, heat 1. Mr. Referee. This is event number 19, girls 13-14 100-meter backstroke, consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from Florida, Avery Christel. Lane 2, Florida Gold Coast, Jen Amores. Lane 3 from Mississippi, Molly Messer. Lane 4 from North Carolina, Emily Connors. Lane 5, Southeastern's Ava Sugden. Lane 6 from North Carolina, Kaylin Ray. Lane 7 from Georgia, Decker Stedman. And lane 8 from North Carolina, Madeline Boland. Coming in, touching the wall first in our consolation final, Molly Messer at 108.45. Second will go to Ava Sugden at 108.66. And Kaylin Ray will take third at 109.18 out of lane number 6. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists for the girls 13-14, 100 meter backstroke. Now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane 1 from the Florida Gold Coast, Alara Hurwitz. Lane 2 from North Carolina, Ava Simpson. Lane 3 representing North Carolina, Karina Plaza. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Louisiana, Avery Daigle. Lane 5 from Southeastern, Madeline Webb. Lane 6 representing South Texas, Madeline Griffith. Lane 7 representing Southeastern, A.B. Curtis. And in lane 8 from Southeastern, Ellie Stanley. Championship finalists, girls 13-14, 100 meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Meet record in this event, 103.96, set by Lainey Bell out of Georgia in 2014. Madeline Webb in lane 5, your leader at the halfway mark, the only swimmer under 32 at 31.8. Griffith in second, Curtis in third, fourth is Stanley. 1, 2, 3, 4 in lanes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Coming into the wall and touching first, it will be Karina Plaza out of lane number 3, 105.80. Strong back half from lane 3. 106.82 for Webb in lane 5 will be second, and A.B. Curtis will finish third at a 106.98. This is event number 20, the boys 13-14 100 meter backstroke consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane number 1 from South Carolina, Jack Weston. Lane 2, Kentucky's Quinn Motor. Lane 3 from Southeastern, Caleb Ashbrook. Lane 4 from Louisiana, Gustavo Castillo. Lane 5 from Mississippi, Colin Wright. Lane 6 from Southeastern, Hayden Vickner. Lane 7 from North Carolina, Raston Sharon. And in lane number 8 from Kentucky, Ethan Hatfield. And touching first in the consolation final will be Hayden Vickner at 102.20. Castillo finishing second at 103.42, and Asbrook in third at 103.47. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists for the boys 13-14 100-meter backstroke. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from South Carolina, Ewan Dalrymple. In lane number 2, representing Louisiana, Aubrey Wynn. Lane 3 from North Carolina, Jackson Crow. Lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Davis Jackson. Lane number 5, also from North Carolina, Drew Sitto. Lane 6, representing North Carolina, Jonathan Palomar. Lane 7, from Georgia, Johnson Zhao. And in lane 8, representing North Carolina, Ronan Kohnpropst. Championship finalists, boys 13-14, 100-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Meet record of this event, 58-21, set in 2014 by Tan Dunn out of Georgia. Leader at the halfway point was lane 5, Drew Sitto, 28.96. Davis Jackson right there with him. It looks like Sitto has distanced himself a little bit here in the second 50. And touching the wall first, it will be Drew Sitto at 59.87. Davis Jackson will take home second. Jonathan Palomar in third. It's event 105, girls 13-18, 50-meter backstroke, heat 1. Mr. Referee. Swimmer in the water in lane 1 from Georgia is Madeline Mansfield. This event 21, girls 11-12 50-meter backstroke consolation final. Lane 1 from North Carolina, Caitlin Wooten. Lane 2 from Louisiana, Elise Bennett. Lane 3 from Florida, Elia Wolf. Lane 4 from North Carolina, Lucinda Brown. Lane 5, Elise Burrell from North Carolina. Lane 6 from North Carolina, Erin Weaver. Lane 7 from Florida Gold Coast, Gia Amores. And in lane 8 from Florida Gold Coast, Ava Baker. Consolation final, Mr. Referee. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists to the girls 11-12 50-meter backstroke. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane 1 from North Carolina, Rosario Gutierrez. Lane 2 from Louisiana, Ava Camanzuli. Lane 3 from North Carolina, Chandler Daigle. Lane 4, your top qualifier from Southeastern, Emmy Zimmer. Lane 5 from Southeastern, Ava Lawrence. Lane 6 representing Georgia, Mary Sloan Brown. Lane 7 from Georgia, Kerrigan Burks. And in lane 8 from the Florida Gold Coast, Mackenzie Bauer. Championship finalists, girls 11-12, 50-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. Coming into the wall, touching first, it will be Emmy Zimmer at 31.87. Second to Camanzuli in lane 2. Gutierrez will take third out of lane number 1. This event 22, boys 11-12 50-meter backstroke consolation final. In lane 1 from Southeastern, Wyatt Hamilton. Lane 2 from North Carolina, Bryce Golden. Lane 3 from Louisiana, Joseph Amiano. Lane 4 from Florida, Yufi Wang. Lane 5 from Florida, Sawyer Henson. Lane 6 from Kentucky, Cooper Price. Lane 7 from Florida Gold Coast, Nick Ayanta. And in lane 8 from Georgia, Blake McGinn. Consolation final, Mr. Referee. And coming and touching the wall first, it will be lane number 3, Joseph Amiano out of Louisiana. Second to Yuffie Wang out of Florida, 32.77. And third will go to Wyatt Hamilton out of lane number 1. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists to the boys 11, 12, 50 meter backstroke. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from South Carolina, Sean Dalrymple. In lane 2, representing Georgia, Maxwell Gorshnick. In lane 3 from South Carolina, Logan Patterson. Lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Charles Mittler. Lane 5 from North Carolina, Jason Prawn. Lane 6 from Florida Gold Coast, Nicholas Lasharmi. Lane 7 from Southeastern, Dorian Volkansek. And in lane number 8 from Florida, Merritt Jenkin. Championship finalists, boys 11, 12, 50 meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. And touching the wall first at 31.16, Charles Mittler at a lane 4. Second to go to Gorshnick at a lane number 2 at 31.67. And third will be to Dalrymple at a lane 1, 32.14. Event 23, girls 13-14, 400 meter IM, consolation final, Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from Florida, Carter Selleck. Lane 2 from Georgia, Reagan Burton. Lane 3 from Florida Gold Coast, Isabella Vieira. Lane 4 from Kentucky, Lauren Wiedeking. Lane 5 from Georgia, Olivia Parks. Lane 6 from South Carolina, Abby Schneider. Lane 7 from Kentucky, Meredith Caricato. And in lane 8 from Florida, Hannah Parkin. And touching the wall first in the consolation final, Vieira out of lane number 3 at a 5:14.59. Second goes to Schneider out of lane number 6 at 5:16.75. And Wiedeking will take third out of lane number 4 at 5:17.68. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists for the girls 13-14 400 meter IM. Now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from North Carolina, Emily Connors. Lane 2 representing Georgia, Emma Tannehill. Lane 3 from North Carolina, Aniston Shaw. Lane 4 representing North Carolina, your top qualifiers, Sloan Barr. Lane 5 from Southeastern, Zara Kosak. Lane 6 from South Carolina, Emily Schneider. Lane 7 representing Southeastern, Anara Summers. And in lane 8 representing Southeastern, Ellie Stanley. Championship finalists, girls 13-14, 400 meter IM. Mr. Referee. Halfway through our championship final, Kosak in lane 5 is holding the lead at 2:21.66. Stanley out in lane number 8 is sitting in second right now, and Schneider is in third in lane number 6. Heading to our final 100 meters here, Kosak still with the lead, 3:54.09. But she's got competition coming out of lane 3, Aniston Shaw. Strong breaststroke leg for her has moved up into second, battling for that first position. Third place, Sloan Barr in lane 4. Those 3 swimmers all under 4 minutes at the 300-meter mark. And it will be Zara Kosak touching first at 5:02.13. Shaw takes second at 5:06.11, and Schneider, the strong last 50, will take third at 5:09.39. This is event 24, boys 13-14, 400-meter IM consolation final. Mr. Referee. Swimming in lane 1 from South Carolina, Josh Wilder. Lane 2 from Kentucky, Lee Ryan. Lane 3 from Southeastern, Zaki Ibrahim. Lane 4 from Georgia, Collier Stanton. Lane 5 from Kentucky, Connor Mattingly. Lane 6 from Florida Gold Coast, John Albernaz. Lane 7 from Florida, Caden Kiefer. And lane 8, Eastern, Kingston Deely. Coaches and swimmers, just a reminder that we will have awards for tonight's events in the 15-minute break between the 400 IMs and the relays. Again, we will be doing awards between the 400 IM and the relays during that break time. for those events that happened tonight. And touching the wall first in the consolation final, Collier Stanton, 455.63. Ibrahim at 457.46 takes second. And Ryan Lee, 459.28, takes third. Now please help me welcome our championship finalists for the boys 13-14 400 meter IM. And now let's meet our championship finalists. Swimming in lane number 1 from North Carolina, Reston Sharon. Lane 2 from the Florida Gold Coast, Lucas Fernandez Chung. Lane 3 from North Carolina, Jackson Crow. Lane 4, your top qualifier from North Carolina, Davis Jackson. Lane 5 from South Carolina, Ewan Dalrymple. Lane 6 from Georgia, Colston Katz. Lane 7 from Louisiana, Camden Napper. And in lane 8 from Florida, Ian Folk. Championship final of boys 13-14 400 meter IM. Mr. Referee. Meet record in this event, 4:34.78, set by Gunnar Bentz in 2010 out of Georgia. And touching first in our championship final, Davis Jackson at 4:44.85. Second was Dalrymple at 4:46.32. And third, Fernandez Chung in lane 2 at 4:48.11. We will get our award ceremony for tonight's session started here in just a moment. If you were a top 8 finisher in the championship final here tonight in any event, please make sure you make your way over towards that awards area so we call your name, you're ready to step up. We're going to get started with our award ceremony for tonight, starting with our event number 101. That was our boys 13-14 200-meter freestyle. We split that into 13-14 and 15-18. That was that combined event we started with. So 13-14 boys finishing fourth from North Carolina was Mason Zhang. Finishing in third place from border, Shooter Delgado. Finishing in second place from North Carolina, Drennan Shaw. And finishing in first place with a time of 2:25.53 from Georgia, Ace Watson. And in that same event, 101 in our boys 15-18 division, your winner with a time of 3:04.86 from border, Seamus Derry Bell. Now moving on to event number 11, the girls 13-14 200-meter freestyle. Now for event 11, the girls 13-14 200-meter freestyle. Finishing in 8th place from Florida, Hannah Parkin. In 7th place from Kentucky, Lauren Wiedeking. In 6th place from Florida, Isabella Descent. In 5th place from Florida Gold Coast, Jen Amores. In 4th place from North Carolina, Annabelle Townsend. In 3rd place from North Carolina, Ava Simpson. In 2nd place from Florida, Alex Clark. And your winner with a time of 2:08.49 from North Carolina, Nicole Nixon. Now for event number 12, boys 13-14 200-meter freestyle. Finishing in 8th place from Georgia, Collier Stanton. In 7th place from Georgia, Jax Liu. In 6th place from the Florida Gold Coast, Julian Lozano. In 5th place, from North Carolina, Drew Sitto. In 4th place, from the Florida Gold Coast, Nicholas Kokidko. In 3rd place, from Southeastern, Hayden Vickner. In 2nd place, from North Carolina, Thomas Greathouse. And your winner with a time of 157.53 from North Carolina, Owen Lynn. Moving on now to event number 13, the girls 11-12 200-meter freestyle. Finishing in 8th place from Florida, Claire Bathala. In 7th place from North Carolina, Caitlin Wooten. In 6th place from North Carolina, Arizona Smith. In 5th place from North Carolina, Kieran Ng. In 4th place from North Carolina, Aaron Weaver. In 3rd place from Georgia, Kylie Mann. In 2nd place from North Carolina, Finola Wheelahan. And your winner with a time of 2:13.37 from Florida, Elia Wolf. Results for event 14, boys 11-12 200-meter freestyle. Finishing in 8th place from Kentucky, George Price. In 7th from Florida, Sawyer Hansen. In 6th from Florida, Bryce Griffith. In 5th place from Southeastern, Kawan DeSantana Guidry. In 4th place from Florida, Reef McMeeking. In 3rd place from Florida, Eugene Novak. In 2nd place from Florida, Jaden Tsai. And your winner with a time of 2:04.96 from Florida Gold Coast, Trace Colton. Swimmers, the competition pool is open for warm-up and warm-down during these awards. Results now for event number 102. This is the women's 15-18 100-meter backstroke. Your winner with a time of 1:41.25 from Florida, Momo Sutton. And also for event 102, the men's 15-18 100-meter breaststroke. Your winner there with a time of 1:48.63 from Border, Seamus Derry Bell. Results now for event 15, girls 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. Finishing in 8th place from Kentucky, Parker Russell. In 7th place from Louisiana, Avery Aubrey. In 6th place from North Carolina, Sloan Barr. In 5th place from Southeastern, Tegan Mewett. In 4th place from South Carolina, Lila Hadley. In 3rd place from Southeastern, Bryce Wisenreed. In 2nd place from North Carolina, Aniston Shaw. And your winner with a time of 1:15.15 from North Carolina, Karina Plaza. Results for event 16, the boys 13-14 100-meter breaststroke. Finishing in 8th place from South Carolina, Josh Wilder. In 7th place from North Carolina, Raston Sharon. In 6th place from North Carolina, Seth Morgan. In 5th place from North Carolina, Oliver Marujo. In 4th place from Georgia, Jax Lowe. In 3rd place from North Carolina, Davis Jackson. In 2nd place from Florida, Bennett Aldrich. And your winner with a time of 1:07.64 from Florida, Sawyer Hackett. And our results now for event number 103, the girls 13-14 50-meter breaststroke. Finishing in 1st place with a time of 46.68 from Georgia, Madeline Mansfield. Results now for event 17, the girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. Finishing in 8th place from South Carolina, Lauren Kravriek. Finishing in 7th place from Georgia, Willa Faulkner. Finishing in 6th place from Kentucky, Evie Seifert. In 5th place from Florida, Michaela Hill. In 4th place from North Carolina, Yixi Liu. In 3rd place from Florida, Jillian Crenshaw. In 2nd place from Southeastern, Ava Lawrence. And your winner with a time of 35.16 from North Carolina, Skylar Zuliger. Event 18, the boys 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. Finishing in 8th place from North Carolina, Adam Aris. In 7th place from Florida, Jaden Tsai. In 6th place from Florida Gold Coast, Nick Ayanta. In 5th place from Florida, Bryce Griffith. In 4th place from Georgia, Wilson Godby. In 3rd place from North Carolina, Bodie Cummins. In 2nd place from Florida, Reef McMeeking. And your winner with a time of 33.23 from Georgia, Duncan Carr. Results now for event number 104, women's 15-18 100-meter backstroke. Your winner there with a time of 128.15 from Florida, Momo Sutton. Also in event 104, the boys 13-14 100-meter backstroke. In 3rd place from Border, Shooter Delgado. In 2nd place from North Carolina, Drennan Shaw. And your winner with a time of 117.58 from Georgia, Ace Watson. And finally, in event 104, the men's 15-18 100-meter backstroke. Your winner there with a time of 143.37 from Border, Seamus Derry Bell. Event 19, the girls 13-14 100-meter backstroke. Finishing in 8th place from Florida Gold Coast, Alara Hurwitz. In 7th place from Southeastern, Ellie Stanley. In 6th place from North Carolina, Ava Simpson. In 5th place from Louisiana, Avery Daigle. In 4th place from South Texas, Madeline Griffith. In 3rd place from Southeastern, A.B. Curtis. In 2nd place from Southeastern, Madeline Webb. And your winner with a time of 105.80 from North Carolina, Karina Plaza. Now for event number 20, the boys 13-14 100-meter backstroke. Finishing in 8th place from South Carolina, Ewan Dalrymple. In 7th place from Georgia, Johnson Zhao. In 6th place from North Carolina, Ronan Kornpropst. In 5th place from North Carolina, Jackson Crow. In 4th place from Louisiana, Aubrey Wynn. In 3rd place from North Carolina, Jonathan Palomar. In 2nd place from North Carolina, Davis Jackson. And your winner with the time of 59.87 from North Carolina, Drew Sitto. Our results now for event number 105. That's the girls 13-14 50-meter backstroke. Your winner there with a time of 42.41 from Georgia, Madeline Mansfield. Results for event 21, the girls 11-12 50-meter backstroke. Finishing in 8th place from the Florida Gold Coast, Mackenzie Bauer. 7th place from Southeastern, Ava Lawrence. In 6th place from Georgia, Mary Sloan Brown. In 5th place from Georgia, Kerrigan Burks. In 4th place from North Carolina, Chandler Daigle. In 3rd place from North Carolina, Rosario Gutierrez. In 2nd place from Louisiana, Ava Kamenzuli. And your winner with a time of 31.87 from Southeastern, Emmy Zimmer. Event 22, the boys 11-12 50-meter backstroke. Finishing in 8th place from Florida Gold Coast, Nicholas Lacharmy. In 7th place from Florida, Merritt Jenkin. In 6th place from Southeastern, Dorian Volkancic. In 5th place from South Carolina, Logan Patterson. In 4th place from North Carolina, Jason Prawn. In 3rd place from South Carolina, Sean Dalrymple. In 2nd place from Georgia, Maxwell Gorshnick. And your winner with a time of 31.16 from North Carolina, Charles Mittler. Coaches and swimmers, at this time, please clear the competition pool. Coaches and swimmers, please clear the competition pool. Event 23, the girls 13-14 400-meter IM. Finishing in 8th place from Southeastern, Anara Summers. In 7th place from North Carolina, Emily Connors. In 6th place from Georgia, Emma Tannehill. In 5th place from Southeastern, Ellie Stanley. In 4th place from North Carolina, Sloan Barr. In 3rd place from South Carolina, Emily Schneider. In 2nd place from North Carolina, Aniston Shaw. And your winner with a time of 5:02.13 from Southeastern, Zara Kosak. Coaches and swimmers, just be aware that when we resume competition, we will start with a reswim of the 11-12 girls 50-meter backstroke. That'll be our first event before we hit the relays. Again, we will have one reswim of a 50 backstroke before we start the relays. Event 24, the boys 13-14 400-meter IM. Finishing in 7th place from Florida, Ian Folk. Finishing in 6th place from North Carolina, Raston Sharon. In 5th place from Louisiana, Camden Napper. In 4th place from North Carolina, Jackson Crow. In 3rd place from the Florida Gold Coast, Lucas Fernandez Chung. In 2nd place from South Carolina, Ewan Dalrymple. And your winner with a time of 4:44.85 from North Carolina, Davis Jackson. This is a re-swim of event 21, girls 11-12, 50-meter backstroke. Mr. Referee. This is event 25, girls 11-12, 200-meter freestyle relay, heat 1. Heat 2. Heat 3. This event 26, boys 11-12, 200-meter freestyle relay, Heat 1. Heat 2. Event 27, girls 13-14, 200-meter freestyle relay, Heat 1. Heat 2. Heat 3. Event 28, boys 13-14, 200-meter freestyle relay, heat 1. Heat 2. Heat 3. Ladies and gentlemen, that swim in lane 4 from North Carolina's A-team is a new zone meet record at 137.55. Coaches and swimmers warm down for the rest of the evening is in the program pool, the 25-yard program pool located behind the scoreboard.
need you to start cleaning up your... Oh.
The brownie batter blizzard at Dairy Queen. Gooey brownie batter, moist brownie cheese.
Hey, guys, you want to go to DQ? I'll buy you both a blizzard.
Okay.
Start the car.
This is the best idea you ever had.
Yeah, I recorded a cheeseburger one for Dad.
It'll get you every time. The DQ Brownie Batter Blizzard. Now try our new Sweet Deals value menu.
Welcome to Wake Med Children's. Come on. Specialized care for teeny tiny babies, to teens, and really sick and hurt kids. By doctors, surgeons, nurses, and support teams, all pediatric trained. And like super nice. And a gazillion pediatric specialties. Even an emergency department just for kids. You know what? I'm feeling better already. Wake Med Children's, your children's hospital, and a whole lot more.
It's like running through an open door. It's like finding what you're looking for. We got a beautiful story. Every moment on and on. We got a beautiful story. And we've only just begun. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to, the best is yet to come.
Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there.